What you see in the background of this image will likely never happen in real life. That a couple is sitting there on a bench in a park, and that the mistress of the man is sitting right there with you, holding hands with the man. That will likely not happen. That's too obvious. Why am I showing this picture and making this message? This message is not about cheating in sexual relationships, even though I will use it as a metaphor. In the world, it will happen that people will cheat on you. I'm not just referring to sexual cheating. I'm talking about people claiming to be fair with you, while in fact they were scamming you. For example, it can be at work that your colleagues claim they have your back, but behind the scenes they were sabotaging you, so they were scamming you and cheating on you. When someone scams you, they offer you something that isn't real. When someone cheats on you, they involve themselves with you concerning something that's real, but at your expense. So that's the difference between scamming and cheating. But it comes down to the same thing. You are being robbed. And it's the robbing part that bothers most people. There are people out there who are very direct to you, very clear with you, but the only reason they're direct is because they want to be relieved. Someone that's open about how they feel about you, whether good or bad, they're only direct because they want relief. It has nothing to do with you. If they have negative thoughts about you and they're direct about it, it's because they want to blame you for it. Because if they would really be honest, they would look at themselves and realize that their thoughts are negative, therefore self-destructive, and they would change their mind. They would look for help. So, people that are open and direct with negativity, they're actually cheating you. Why? Because they want to convince you by being direct that it's you. While at the same time they want the benefit of not being held accountable for the negativity they express towards you. They're the ones expressing negativity, they're the ones acting on it, so they're the ones responsible. But they don't want to face this. So they want some way to blackmail you into taking the blame for how they choose to think about you. That is an obvious, open form of blackmail. Just realize, believers, we're going to talk to believers in this message. There are going to be times when you have an interaction with someone and you sense that something's not right with the interaction. You feel as if there's something behind the scenes going on that they're not telling you. When you have this gut feeling that there's more going on that they don't want to share with you, pay attention to it, because most likely there is something going on that they don't want to inform me about. Because if they would inform me about it, they wouldn't get what they want. It can be that someone wants distraction from their dysfunctional marriage. Instead of facing the dysfunction and deal with it, they want distraction. So they're not going to cheat with you on their spouse, but they will suddenly complain to you about some coworker. And you feel that while they're complaining about the coworker, that there's something else going on. You don't know what it is, you can't put your finger on it. But you sense that something ain't right. And indeed something isn't right. Why? Because that individual, let's say that wife, is complaining to you about that coworker, and with her husband, she's complaining about you as if you're the one that keeps complaining about others all the time. So she's projecting her dysfunction onto you just to get relief from her husband so that they won't have to face their dysfunctional expectations. Because their marriage is based on dysfunctional expectations, but they don't want to face this. So the wife seeks distraction to keep the dysfunction going. And this distraction is at your expense, because the husband is going to perceive you as an so-called intruder into his marriage, even though that's not the case. When people cheat on you, it will always be at your expense. They want something from you that they can't get from you in an honest and direct way. Because let me say it like this. If someone wanted to take your wallet, they couldn't come to you and tell you, give me your wallet. That alone will cause resistance, not only by you, but by everyone around that hears it. Everyone around you would think, what? Why does he want your wallet? Especially if it's a stranger. Or maybe some stranger, maybe it's someone that you're involved with. But anyway, that they just ask your wallet just like that is something that even in close relationships we will think, why? So a stranger who wants your wallet will not come to you directly and make plain what he wants. Now what he will do is try to get close to you in a friendly manner, and then they will rob you. Or if they don't have the patience to endure all of this, they'll pick up a knife or a gun and threaten you to hand over your wallet. If they threaten you openly, well, they've exposed themselves for what they are, and it makes them extra vulnerable. So there are those that will not do this in a direct, violent way, because that might backfire on them. Some will befriend you to get access to your bank account, and then they'll hack your bank account. Others do it like that. So that's the cheating part. You think you are safe, you think you are heading in one direction, but the opposite is happening. In the world you will have this, that people will use you to build themselves out of something unpleasant they want to avoid. And often that build out will be like this, that the negative attention concerning situation will be put on you, and now everyone forgets about them, and now they will have to face something. That's what all cheating comes down to. Someone wants to avoid something that they can't avoid, but they want to delay the confrontation by putting the negative attention on someone else. That's what all cheating is about. If someone cheated with you on their spouse, they are delaying a confrontation. They're delaying something they don't want to face. And now, the negative attention is put on you, because you slept with someone's spouse. Even though you were tricked, you now will be associated with this crime. All cheating is about avoiding a confrontation that's inevitable. And this inevitable confrontation is avoided or delayed by putting others in a negative daylight. So when you are interacting with someone and you feel cheated, I'm not saying that just because you feel it is a fact. Okay? Because narcissists believe that feelings are facts. I'm not teaching you that. I'm just telling you, if you sense your radar going off, you sense that you're being cheated, it may not be the individual himself or herself that's cheating you. It can be that evil spirits are using them to trick you into a path of destruction. So then the human being, him or herself, is innocent, but it's evil spirits using them. So whether it's a human being, him or herself, cheating on you, or whether it's evil spirits using them to cheat you into something, when you sense cheating in your radar, don't become emotional, don't break down, don't get into an argument, just remain calm and examine the situation. And if your alarm keeps going off, leave the situation in a polite manner. Don't just cut someone off, leave in a polite way. Because often, evil spirits will bring people to you who are time bombs, and when you cut them off in a direct or rude manner, those individuals are triggered, then you have an escalation. Just never, ever, never ignore the sense that you're being cheated. Now there are people out there with issues, trust issues that they need to recover from. If that's you, you look for help. So if it's a trust issue you have, and therefore you always feel cheated on, then that's pathological, you need help. Apart from that, if it's your radar going off, that there's something more behind the situation, or behind the interaction, check it. Never ignore your gut feeling. That's it for now. Agree with Christ and be at peace.